Well, there you have it. Breaking news. Steve Kerr is back as the Warriors head coach. He's signing a 2-year deal to return as the Warriors coach. Look, this took a little longer than I was expecting personally, but I'm not surprised. This is always what I thought. There was some rumors, there was some drama, there was a ton of speculation, and be careful who you believe, by the way, but this was always the likeliest outcome in my mind. Steph Curry's on the Warriors roster. He wants Steve Kerr to be the Warriors head coach. Steve Kerr is going to be the Warriors head coach. It was that simple for me. I'm sure there were a few sticking points here and there, like the 2-year deal, by the way. It was reported that Warriors leadership, specifically Joe Lacob in my mind, wanted Steve Kerr back if it was a 2 or longer year deal, not just for a 1-year deal. And I think to me that's because Joe Lacob wants someone who he knows is committed, not just for, a farewell tour along with Steph Curry potentially. He wants somebody who wants to be here. We heard that similar language from Steph Curry when the season ended as well. So if Steve Kerr was willing to sign a 2-year deal, then this was the way that it was always going to play out. What does this mean for the Warriors going forward now? Look, I saw it 2 different ways. Steve Kerr back as the Warriors head coach, it means you're giving this a go. You're trying to win again. If Steve Kerr's not back as the Warriors head coach, it meant you're probably saying goodbye to this era. I think everybody but Steph Curry would have been on the table in that moment. But Steve Kerr is back. I think that increases the odds that Draymond Green returns, although potential offseason trades and who's available out there might also dictate that. I also think it might give us an insight into what happens with the Warriors draft pick this year. Of course, the lottery is tomorrow. We'll find out if they're picking in the top 4, unlikely but possible, or picking around 12 or so. They could move a little later than that, but 12 is the likeliest. We'll see how that all plays out, but I do think Steve Kerr returning to coach the Warriors increases the odds of the Warriors trading that pick because, again, Steph Curry is here, Steve Kerr is here. They're not going to be here for that much longer despite today's news. It means you're going to try to go for it. Does that mean Giannis? Does that mean Kawhi? Does that mean LeBron? Does that mean somebody else that we're not talking about? Potentially. And if anything like that is going to happen, it will cost you this year's pick. If Steve Kerr was no longer the Warriors head coach, I would lock in they're not trading the pick. I'm not telling you they're going to trade the pick, but just Steve Kerr returning increases the likelihood the Warriors will trade this pick because, to me, Steve Kerr coming back means the Warriors are giving it the old college try to compete and get into the playoffs, win a round or 2, and see what happens from there. We'll see how it all plays out. Draft lottery tomorrow is the next step, but Steve Kerr back as the Warriors head coach, signing a 2-year deal to remain the highest paid coach in the NBA.